All right. Oh, man. Welcome in. When you all get in, I should actually open that on this phone so I can see what's going on. Nice. Just the camera acting all funky too. All right. We're gonna try this again. It's been a few hours after. Why is it? That's only on my phone, so let me drag it down like that. Is it more visible? Hopefully it is. Yeah, so wait. That's a lot more visible. Delay is awful, but it's visible. But welcome in. When y'all get in, we're doing the tarot card pulls, donation based. And that is what I am here for in this time. Uh, oh, this is. I'm also working on one of the decks in the background too. So my other phone goes so I can have both of them within like looking distance. But you know the drill. Donate any amount to what places above, and we will get that reading in for you. That is what we're doing. That is what we're doing. Um, I am gonna have to do it that way, huh? That's fine. Doesn't really help if I can't see the chat. That's the whole point of having that up. I'm positive that you donated me. I'm 1000% sure that you did. I really don't have time for fucking low lives, unfortunately. I think that's the same length, actually. No, it could be just a little bit. I would explain a lot why that's not doing anything. All right. That should be good. It should be fine. Oh, yeah. I have like my own brand of writing at the what the hell. But yeah, if anyone is expecting any form of like extra talk, that's probably not going to happen. I'm here for literally one reason right now, and it is in the title. So if you're waiting for something to pop up, it's probably not unless you're going to donate and get a reading, unfortunately. All right, what kind of resting should you be getting? And it's funny that you popped in, Ian. In the background, I'm working on the cards, or at least getting them. I can't save them as PNGs for some reason, so I have to save them as JPEGs. I don't know if that's going to be an issue, but whenever you get the chance, we need to talk about that so I can figure out what to do. Because I just have a bunch of PSDs that I can't do much with at the moment. Let's see, what kind of rest? So the Three of Cups, it is, well, with three even being there, so it's emotional rest. There's a, with the water, I would even go as far as like something with the emotions, but also a spiritual esque type of rest. You could be trying to force something to happen in the physical, that I mean, in the spiritual, that's happening by doing some form of physical work that's distracting you from what you really need to be doing. So I would take that rest. Yeah, it's definitely something, a mix between the spiritual and physical. So getting more of a balance in that, but what's throwing it off is the way you're feeling about something or just feelings in general. Uh, the feeling could be feelings of pain. The feelings could be something of, with the fruit, it could be a form of healing that's needing the rest. That's spiritually healing that's needing the rest, I should say. Um, and also with the fruit, it has a lot to do with that feminine aspect. So taking time to really rest from any type of like spiritual lethargy is what I'm hearing, because that's keeping you from moving forward on the physical. The Knight of Pentacles inverted, and then the Emperor inverted as well. So definitely, if you're trying to build something up in the spiritual or build something up in the on the physical, take an emotional rest so that you aren't taking on any extra like pain or any extra force at this time. That's what I can tell you. That it's basically distract yourself really from what's not working on the physical right now, or learn or find a way to distract yourself from all the physical difficulties that are kind of heading your way, or like any sort of strainings or stresses that's happening on the physical, because you don't really have a grasp or control on it right now with the Emperor inverted, and that's sort of what you're needing to distract yourself from, and that's also what's distracting you from being able to see what you need to do as well. So it's like a double-edged sword in a sense, but you have the means to pull it out from the middle if you do this. It's, take some time to have fun with the Three of Pentacles, even. I mean, the Three of Cups upright, taking time to have a little bit of fun, relaxing, uh, not taking the mundane or like the physical or financial too serious at this time. I'm saying financial because of the Knight of Pentacles. But it's like you're steamed out. That's what you're needing to rest on. Is really getting your steam back. So allowing your emotions to be a little bit smoother, your feelings to be a little bit smoother, relaxing out on those, so that you can move forward. That's what you're being guided to for rest. I want like an actual circle. I don't want to use this. Well, did my Photoshop crash? Oh no, it didn't. I'm just stupid. This is why you don't use a torrented copy of Photoshop that you've had for years to do any sort of project. It's somewhat terrifying. Uh, that's not what definitely take time to just rest in your feelings. Like, just it's not even about figuring out why you feel the way you do at this time. It is literally just you're feeling these things, so don't put that pressure to be like, oh, I have to solve what this is right now, or I have to get to the end of whatever this is. Like, just allow it to be at this time, so that when you do have your energy back, you can then actually focus on it. Okay, that's so funny. Why doesn't it want to work? It's fine. What am I doing? I could literally just do this. This is why do I have to? Okay, that's the first time I've ever had to do it like that. That is like awkward, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. Well, I was feeling. Definitely, dude. Like, never think that you can't take a break of shadow work. If you're doing shadow work constantly, it can get heavy. It can literally ruin you. if you're not careful. You need, taking that rest from shadow work. You don't really need to do shadow work all the time. I mean, if you have the mental capacity, energetic capacity, go for it. But if you can't, then allow yourself to have that rest because it will do more damage to you than any type of good. Um, some people can do shadow work all the damn time, and it's just who they are, and they got the energy resource. They've trained up, they've bulked up. I used to be able to, and it's become more of a I don't need to focus on doing shadow work all the time. Why are you not letting me? Hello? Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Anyway, what? So I can't do anything with this image. It's just here. Oh, I love Photoshop. Oh, it doesn't work with. What do you mean it doesn't work with the codecs? What are you talking about? Whatever. But yeah, taking don't feel like you have to work through everything in an instant. Allow yourself to really have that rest or that a moment of pausing within your shadow work because sometimes you'll do so much shadow work that you won't even know what you actually need to work on because it's everything starts to pop up and it's like, oh, I could work on this or this or this, and it's like, yeah, you could, but what is actually needed of you in this time? And that's sort of like the whole what is okay, well, I'm not gonna question it. Maybe I gotta question it a little bit. That's not at all what I wanted to do. There we go. But I mean, again, it kind of does get rough when you do shadow work for so long to kind of stop doing it because it's like, well, what do I fill my time in with now, or what do I do in this time that I have spare now, and that kind of just goes in with like practicing what you've been doing shadow work on, like what have you been doing that work on, and what was the real purpose of you doing that work. Huh? Hmm. I might need to look for a new font after a while, actually, now that I'm looking at this. Because this font is starting to look dookie. But I also kind of like it because it's like, I don't know, man. It's just like weird. I'm not the best designer, but I have ideas. Right. Yeah, it's I get that completely. Not sure if like, because it's a skill that you really do have to hone in with yourself. It's like when you're sitting around and you're like having all these feelings come to you, you got to ask yourself at those times like, do I actually need to focus on these feelings that are coming to me right now, or is there something a little bit like bigger in the picture that I'm not allowing myself to see at the time? Are these feelings like just here as like a pre-warning to let me know what I'm about to focus on, or is it something that I really do at this time need to focus on? And that's one of the biggest skills that you kind of have to have when you are in that healing energy, or just in the feeling energy of like actually experiencing your feelings. Because if you're not paying attention to it, then you're not really gonna know how or when to do these things. And how did I misspell that? That's an easy word. But yeah, like if you start to feel overwhelmed or like all the feelings are coming in at once, or you're not able to distinguish a feeling from another feeling, that's really when you got to look at yourself and be like, do I need to heal from this, or is this just an experience that I'm supposed to have for like later? Because healing is not linear. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, I feel like I need to heal from this, and then you'll go in to do your healing, and it leads you somewhere else completely different. And it's like, that was the whole point. You were just using that one aspect as a gateway to see where you needed to focus on. A lot of these cards, I didn't want them to have the meaning they had before. That is not what I wanted to do. Oh, man. I got the yawns. I'll take that. That's good. I can't even see that, man. What the heck? See here. That's good. Just gonna scale it. Yeah, this that's like one of the things that a lot of people kind of have uh sometimes an issue with, sometimes not an issue with, is getting used to the nonlinear aspect of it. This journey is very much like this is what you're remembering now, so this is not what you have to work through. Or this is definitely not what's happening, even though it feels like this, and it's just, escaping those lower cycles, really going up to those higher cycles of it all. Can I do this? I think I can. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can do that. Never mind. That's fine. Mhm. Uh, okay. Uh-oh. Where where uh okay. Dang. I'm just busy. Huh. Oh my lord. Uh there's something going on with my computer. And there has to be, because there's no way. There's just no way. I'm so confused about what's going on. That's not that is literally not even though. No, it is. It's an optical illusion. Done fucked my eyes up. I swear I can see like this circle is not like actually black, is it? It's like a shade off of the black I'm using because I can literally see it. It's not an optical illusion. I'm just able to see that. It is such a tiny color difference. I'm blind, but I can make color differences that is so silly. You learn things every day. I don't even know how I was able to make that difference of that color if I can't read what's in front of me half the time. All right. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh man. I know for sure I'll have these cards finished tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure all y'all are upright too while I'm here. So no, my plan was just to do it through Photoshop. Um, since I've had that and that's just what I'm most comfortable with. The designs I don't already have drawn up. I just have them drawn out as references, and then I'm literally remaking them and redesigning them as it goes forward. Because these decks were always like a prototype, and then when I remade them, I basically changed up a lot of extra things I had with the originals. So I'm doing it all within Photoshop, and that was just my method of doing it in that way because I'm not familiar with really anything else, and it would just be easier for me to do it with what I'm most familiar with at this point. Because I have all the stuff I need like physically. It's just recreating it. It's all just basic shapes. That's really how I'm remaking it. I just have to find a better font because I the font I'm using is not it is not good at all, and I figured that out 4 cards in. I was like, oh, this is an awful font. What's going on over here? Y'all don't need to be getting. I don't need y'all popping up in the other deck. What is? I'm not even gonna question it. Y'all just pop back over there. And then where did the? Oh, the other ones are over there. Okay. And my plan was just to do them through Photoshop. So I have the front and the back of the cards already. It's just more of getting the whole design out in totality. but they're also going to be like full art cards in a sense, if that makes any sense of what I'm saying. I know it does, but I don't know if I need to describe it a little bit more or not per se. I need to go ahead and use one of these myself at some point. Oh, ooh. Sorry, I'm doing my own divination because I've been practicing a new aspect of divination. At least Toob's upright. Wherever Toob is. Oh, Karub, not Toob. Dang. Oh, okay. Well, oh yeah, I'm saving them directly as like a PSD. I'm not saving them as PNGs because for some reason it won't let me. And I've never had that issue before. I've always been able to transport images to PNGs. So I'm not sure if I have to whatever the fuck it's called, resaturize all the things and then do it as a PNG or not. But I have everything as just like a template basically right now. Just to save my butt in the future because I can already tell it's gonna get rough. Hmm. Uh. I think it's more of the fact that it's been torrented for years. I can't really fix something if it's not, you know, smiley face. That's all I can say. That's not at all what I wanted to see. I have to go on my phone and do that. 00E. What the hell was it? Oh my god, I already forgot my brain. Mm. Huh. Oh my lord. No, why are we doing this? Wait, what am I even doing? I didn't. I jumped a whole step. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. Why is it not here? I didn't send it to myself yet. Maybe that's why. Maybe that be the reason. But yeah, I'm most likely going to end it here soon. The stream, that is. Well, I can't do that. Let's go to this site instead. But yeah, I may have to end it here just because lack of flow, and yeah, I'm only gonna be working on like the cards in the background. So thank you all for stopping in.